Good Friday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. This is your outlook for November 8th, 2013. And we're going to start off with the GFS today. I know everybody's worried about that storm from next week. We will be getting into that in a little bit here once we get through the next couple days. Had a cold front move through yesterday, and you're going to see a noticeable difference in temperatures today. Temperatures dropping back down to below normal temperatures for this time of year. I might even have a stray snow shower or flurry across our far northern counties here. Not a big deal. We're not expecting this anywhere else, but you will feel the winds today. You're going to have winds out of the northwest, sustained probably about 10 to 20, and maybe some higher gusts involved in that as well. But you definitely feel like a lot colder than it was the last couple days. We're going to go forward in time here now. And it's going to be a pretty nice weekend here. We're looking at temperatures going to moderate somewhat, and as we get into Saturday and Sunday, you see the system here up to the north here is going to pass well to the north. I think the only thing that's going to do for our area is going to have bring an increase of cloudiness on Saturday here. And now the GFS is actually suggesting some of this precipitation gets down into our northern covered parts of our coverage area here, where we might have again a stray shower or snow shower even in the higher elevations here on Sunday. But not really a big deal overall, as the system just continues off well to the northeast, and it just scoots off very quickly and gets out of the coverage area. The next thing we're going to be looking at is also on Sunday, we're going to have some winds kicking up again, some breezy conditions. I don't want to get jump ahead of myself there. But the next thing we're going to be looking for, as far as precipitation would go, is a cold front that's going to drop down. And this is going to be on Tuesday. Now, this is showing a multiple model guidance. This is a very, very strong cold front that's going to bring in some very, very cold Canadian air behind it. You see these winds streaming in here from the north. This front's going to push south here. Now, the GFS and actually pretty much most of the model guidance is doing the same thing here. This is overnight, Monday night. And you see the snow showers that are along just very light stuff here, not a big deal, but some snow showers are showing up here along this frontal boundary as it pushes southeast. I think this is going to survive a little bit now as it moves further to the south here, and actually GFS is now showing that. The next frame here, you see it start to fall apart here, but you got some snow showers that might make it all the way down to places like the Lehigh Valley to northern New Jersey, and that's a very legitimate possibility, and I actually included that in my forecast region, which is East Central PA. Very distinct possibility that you could get in some snow showers. But again, anything that does happen would be very light, probably not sticking, and just something to kind of remind you that winter's coming if it does in fact happen. Okay, and then the next frame, that kind of falls apart. Now, the next thing we're going to be looking for is this big system. And right now, the GFS doesn't have it. GFS is one of the models that had it originally, and along with the European model, it really blew up a storm here, giving us several inches and in some cases over a foot of snow. But now the GFS is now taking the system out harmlessly out of the sea, and we get a bunch of nothing. And GFS is not alone on that idea. The Canadian model that ran this evening is also out to sea, and the UK Met is also out to sea. So there's a couple different model solutions we're looking at that are out to sea. The one that is not is still the European model. However, it has shifted quite a bit east. Start off with that same point on Tuesday with that cold front. Here's the European model. And again, some very light precipitation moving through with this on Tuesday. And you can see that here. Tuesday, this actually brings it in Tuesday evening. Now, what the European model is going to do is it's going to take an area low pressure here. I'm going to move forward to this frame right here. Okay. What the European model is going to do is develop an area low pressure, but it's going to be well offshore, kind of sitting out here and kind of weak. What that's going to do is going to take a while for this trough to turn negatively tilted, which will allow this low to actually kind of meander back towards this area a little bit, but not get too far back. Get to about right here and then head off to the northeast and out of the picture. What that does is allow the eastern portions of our coverage area to get into some snow, because you have a cold air coming in from the north here. It would definitely be snow in this situation. We're not talking about rain. Definitely snow, but the European model is still holding on to this idea that we get some snow. And this is our best statistical model, which is making it hard for us not to give up on this completely, but we're really against this idea. And because the European model has shifted further east from previous runs, much further east, It's starting to give us the idea that maybe this will just continue off the coastline, just like the other models are showing, and not affect us at all. And that's what we're leaning towards right now, and we have been all along. But see, the European model still gets some precipitation here in east central PA, southeastern PA, and all of New Jersey. And what that does on the snow map, the snow maps for each one. Actually, we'll take a look at the GFS first. Here's the snow map for the GFS. This is not from any storm that's next week as it goes out to sea. This is actually with that cold front as it presses southward on Tuesday. Same deal here on the Canadian model. Just some very light stuff with that cold front coming through Tuesday. Nothing from a storm because the storm just harmlessly goes out to sea. But here is the European model, and you can see tremendous amount of snowfall still with this system, mostly over New Jersey. And as you go back further into Pennsylvania here, it kind of goes down exponentially, and there's a very sharp cutoff here as the further west you go here. So Allentown sitting here at verbatim. Now these are verbatim to the European model run here, not our forecast or anything. But Allentown has 6 inches here, but you go just to the northwest here, places up here in Scranton are less than an inch. Out by Harrisburg, you're under an inch. And, down here in Philadelphia, you're talking about 15 inches of snow. So, I mean, this is probably most likely not happening in our opinion. And, again, we're about 90%, about 80 to 90% in favor of this system going out to sea and missing altogether. So, just continue to follow the guidance with us over the next couple days. We will narrow it down as we get closer. But I really think this is the trend, that this is going to be heading offshore. And we've had this idea this entire time, trying to not to get everybody excited about a big storm coming that we just didn't think was going to happen in the first place, based on the progressive pattern in place. I am Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for November 8th, 2013. Have a great Friday.